Welcome, everyone. Rise in either body or spirit as we sing our opening hymn, Deck the Halls with Boughs of Holly. The words will be on the screen.
Always got the lights on, right? Deck the halls with boughs of holly, fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be jolly, fa la 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 la. Don we now our gay apparel, fa la 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 la. Troll the ancient Yuletide carol, fa la 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 la. See the blazing Yule before us, fa la 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 la. Strike the harp and join the chorus, fa la 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 la. Follow me in merry measure, fa la 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 la. While I tell of Yuletide treasure, fa la 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 la. Fast away the old year passes, fa la 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 la. Hail the new ye lads and lasses, fa la 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 la. Sing we joyous all together, fa la 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 la. Heedless of the wind and weather, fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la.
Thank you, Elaine. Well, welcome everybody. Greetings and welcome to the Unitarian Universalists of Sarasota Solstice Celebration, the first day of winter and the longest night of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. Paying attention to the changing of the seasons is an ancient tradition which we continue on today. So I'm Catherine Bonner, the Director of Programs and Religious Education, and I extend a special welcome to any visitors we have here today, in person or live stream, as we honor the turning of the wheel of time. We invite everyone to join us for refreshments right outside the sanctuary doors and conversation after the service. In your order of service, or as you picked up your order of service, I hope you were given a piece of paper and maybe a pencil or two to write down something you'd like to leave behind for this past year. Later in the service, we will be burning these papers. So write small if you have a lot of stuff. And if you didn't get a paper, please raise your hand and we'll be happy to bring one to you. Mary Lou is doing that quickly here. If you're watching online, you can write something down and then tear it into small pieces or burn it if you have a way to do so safely. And if you have a small stone, we ask that you have it with you for a ceremony later in the service. The only announcement that we have this evening is that we hope that you will also join us for our Christmas Eve candlelight service, which will also start at 6:30, not 5:30, but 6:30 on this Wednesday coming up. And there's a special wassail hospitality after that. And we ask everyone to bring a finger food, either savory or sweet, whichever is your preference, and join us on that special evening as well. So with that, we will light our chalice.
Good evening. Let us now light our chalice, a symbol of Unitarian Universalism, as we contemplate these words by Linda Hart. We kindle a small flame in the dark of the year, remembering the promise of life abundant, of a possible peace. We pause on this night of mystery to tell stories, to sing songs, and to bring more light into the world.
Sharon?
Before we tell the stories and sing the songs of this night of mystery, let us create a sacred space in the calling of the 4 cardinal directions. Each direction represents an element, a life stage, as well as qualities, life lessons. By calling the 4 directions to join us in holding space, we build a balanced and protected foundation in which to share our time. Please stand if you are able and face the directions as they are called to invite in these energies. We will start by facing the east, which is towards the butterfly garden. After each direction is called, ending in solstice tide, please add your intentions by saying, "We invite you here."
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the East and the element of air, cracked seeds of inspiration which remain tucked under the earth, awaiting their appearance, sprouts that hold the potential of our next longings, gentle breezes and gusty winds which bring newness and change into our lives, winged ones who teach us about vision and of the big picture. Please join us, teach us, and celebrate with us this solstice tide. We invite you here.
We invite you here. Turn to the south. Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the south, and the element of fire. The spark that guides our bodies to enact the will of our hearts and minds. The burning in our bellies that brings our passions forward to manifest into action. Embers and flames which burn away that which no longer serves us. And light which illuminates and brings consciousness into our lives. Please join us and frolic with us this solstice tide. We invite you here.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the West, and the element of water, the creatures that teach us about diving deep only to emerge again, the sunsets and twilights that teach us to savor each last bit and remind us that all things come to an end. Still waters, ripples, droplets, running rivers, downpours, lapping or crashing waves, and tsunamis that continually teach us that we are not always in control of the flow. The emotions, which are the currents of our lifebloods, please be with us, surround us, and play with us on this solstice tide.
We invite you here.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of the north, and the element of earth. The fertile soil mixed with the gone before ones which give rise to all new life, mixing past and future. The creatures who teach us, if we listen, how to live in harmony with our planet. The rocks which hold steady, and the solid foundation that gives us the stability we need to learn to fly.
Spirits, guardians, and ancestors of each of our centers, please be with us and help us bring our deepest, most authentic selves into this longest night.
This is a song called Solstice Magic. Turn now to the light on this deep and longest night. The darkness soon is done. I am free when I'm in flight, soaring in the shining light of the rebirth of the sun. Here's your part. Solstice magic, delivering these winter days. We cast a circle and celebrate the ancient ways. Darkness holds the seed for creation to succeed as the cycle turns the wheel. For new growth to be reborn, it must weather calm and storms. Thus, the garden is revealed. Here we are. Solstice magic, delivering these winter days. We cast a circle and celebrate the ancient ways. Celebrate the ancient ways. Celebrate the ancient ways.
Our story this evening is The Little Solstice Tree, written by Lisa Barchel-Perron and illustrated by Asia Kim. Deep in the forest, where giant pines grow eager, young sapling stands covered in snow. She shakes with excitement. The solstice is here. Tonight is my chance to be Tree of the Year. Each solstice, the villagers come with their lights to brighten the woods on the longest of nights. The tree of the year they choose, only one, will shine through the night till a new day is begun. Imagine, says Sapling, how brilliant I will be. I'll shimmer and glimmer, a glorious tree. But Sapling's old neighbor, whose boughs were now thin, had lived long enough to predict who would win. Sapling, says Ancient, most victors are tall, so don't get your hopes up. Remember, you are small. Sapling's young branches bent below with thought. Big trees are winners, and small ones are not. But then she hears the villagers' footsteps and drumming. She perks up her needles. It's time, they're coming. And down from the village, perched high on a hill, they marched with their music and sing of goodwill. The mass of pines stretch to impress their height. They battle and bellow, let me hold the light. And Sapling stands taller. It can't hurt to try. She lifts her small branches. I'll reach for the sky. The villagers ponder which fine tree should stay alight through the night, keeping darkness at bay. Look here, Sapling pleads, it's me you should choose. And Ancient sighs softly, like always, I'll lose. Then Sapling remembers, the Ancient is tall. He's never been voted the best tree of all. She wavers and wonders, what should I do? I want him to win, but I'd like to win too. So Sapling leans closer and whispers an oath. I'll root for you, friend, and I'll hope for us both. and with ancient limbs quivering, he can't say a word, but he reaches for sapling to show that he's been heard. In the tiniest sliver of moonlight they gleam. A girl hurries over. Hey, I think they're a team. Spirited chatter then swirls through the air as the villagers gather to gaze at the pair. Let's decorate both trees, the girl recommends. A solstice a reminder to treasure our friends. Absurd, says an elder. It's never been done. The tradition is clear. We must choose only one. True, says another. It's always been so. But why, says the girl. And the elders don't know. So Sapling Heart sinks. Oh, I suppose things won't change. But Ancient says, listen, I hear something strange. The powerful pine trees who loom overhead aren't vying to win. They're silent instead. So the eldest of the elders step forwards to say, it's time that the wise let the young lead the way. And deep in the forest, the villagers cheer for Sapling and Ancient, the trees of the year. And may we here at the solstice tide remember to give space and love to the old and the new.
We're going to sing about the longest night. So, on this longest night, honoring now our inner light, on this longest night, on this solstice night, spirit is shining bright. I think that's what, yeah. Okay, so it goes like this. On this longest night, honoring now our inner light. On this solstice night, spirit is shining bright. Let's do it again. On this longest night, honoring now our inner light. On this solstice night, spirit is shining bright. The sun returns, the fire burns, days are lengthening. The wheel has turned, new lessons learned, hearts are opening. Come on. On this longest night, honoring now our inner light. On this solstice night, spirit is shining bright again. On this longest night, honoring now our inner light. On this solstice night, spirit is shining bright. The sun returns, the fire burns, days are lengthening. The wheel has turned, new lessons learned, hearts are opening. On this longest night, honoring now our inner light. On this solstice night, spirit is shining bright. Spirit is shining bright. Spirit is shining bright. I call on the light within. Like this. I call on the light within. I call on the light within. I call on the light. Call on the light, I call on the light within, and again. I call on the light within. I call on the light within. I call on the light, call on the light, I call on the light within. I hear you. I call on the light within. night, honoring now our inner light. On this solstice night, I call on the light within. Do it again, come on. I call on the light within. On this night, I call on now our inner light. I call on the light, solstice night. I call on the light within. One more time. I call on the light within. I call on the light within. I call on the light, call on the light, I call on the light within.
As we gather together on this sacred night, we stand at the very threshold of the darkest time of the year. The winter solstice, longest night, shortest day, reminds us of the eternal dance between light and dark, life and death, rest and renewal. Tonight, the cycle is complete. The solstice invites us to honor the dark. It is the darkness that we find rest, reflection, and space for rebirth. Just as the seed lies in the deep soil, unseen and unknown, so too do our hopes, dreams, and intentions rest quietly within us, waiting for the light to return. As the darkness has its place, we now turn our focus to the promise of the light. The sun is reborn tonight. The great mother, who holds us all in her nurturing embrace, welcomes the return of the sun, who will gradually rise again, bringing warmth, vitality, and growth. In this sacred moment, we recognize the power of the light that is returning. What is it that you wish to grow in your life? What dreams or seeds do you plant in your heart now, in the quiet of winter, to be nourished and strengthened by the returning sun? Take a few moments to feel that warmth begin to grow within you, feeling it radiate from your heart, spreading out to every part of your being. The solstice is a time of balance, of honoring both light and dark. As the wheel of the year turns, it reminds us that both forces have a place in the dance of life. Without the darkness, we cannot fully appreciate the light. And without the light, we cannot heal, grow, or renew. Feel the balance of the solstice within you now. The stillness of night, the spark of hope. Know that like the sun, you too will rise again, and you are always connected to the eternal cycle of the earth. Close your eyes. Let us take a deep breath together. Inhale slowly, then exhale fully, releasing the weight of the day. Allow yourself to settle into this moment and feel the stillness all around. The world outside might be cold, quiet, and dark, but here in this congregation, we are surrounded by warmth, love, and the energy of the earth itself. In this moment, feel your roots deep in the earth, drawing strength and support from her steady presence. Feel your spirit rise toward the heavens, reaching for the light that will return. Know that you are a part of a larger, timeless cycle, and that you are always supported by the energies of both darkness and light. Take a moment now in the stillness of the dark to reflect on what has ended, what has been released, and what no longer serves you. With each breath, let go of what you need to leave behind, whether it be old fears, grudges, or doubts. Let the darkness hold these, giving them the space they need to transform. When you are ready, gently open your eyes, bringing the energy of this meditation with you into the space around you. And so it is. Blessed be.
So it is. I did some research about these holidays, this holiday season, and between November 1st and January 15th, there's 27 to 29 holidays around the world, and most of them center around the light, which we're honoring. We're honoring the dark and the rebirth of the sun and the light. So the song came, and it's called "The Reason for the Season is the Light." We've all heard that, right? The reason for the season is the light. Okay. Is it up there? All right. Chorus goes like this. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. The power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. One more time. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. The power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. At this time of year there are so many holidays, even though every day can be a holy day. The rebirth of the S-O-N, the return of the S-U-N. There's room on the calendar for everyone. Here we go. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. The power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. 8 candles on the menorah remind us of the miracle of Hanukkah. From November through January's 15th night, the reason for the season is the light. Here we go. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. The power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. We're celebrating winter solstice, the shortest day, the longest night. 4 more time to go within and keep remembering what? The reason for the season is the light. Let me hear ya. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. Power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. Solstice brings everyone together, and each is their own version of the light. We're all made of energy, and anyone can see. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. The reason for the season is the light. The power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. The power from each one is shining bright. The reason for the season is the light. And so it is.
And now it is time for our offertory. Remember that the power of one shines very bright, and you can be that power as you reach into your wallet and share the light with us so that we can continue our good works here. Please be as generous as you can as we take our offering. Let this sacred time begin as Elaine plays my favorite pagan song.
Guess what? I have to have it. Here I have it, okay. I've been up since 4 o'clock, and I already did a program today, so at another UU in Port Charlotte. Okay, yes, the Christians and the pagans. And I had cast a circle on everything, and right in the middle of it, they were singing Christmas carols. So we had the Christians and the pagans in the circle. It was really great. Okay. Amber called her uncle, says we're up here for the holiday. Jane and I were having solstice, now we need a place to stay. And her Christ-loving uncle watched his wife hang Mary on a tree. He watched his son hang candy cane, all made with red dye number 3. He told his niece it's Christmas Eve, I know our life is not your style. She says Christmas is like solstice, and we miss you, and it's been a while. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith in common ground, the best that they were able. Just before the meal was served, hands were held and prayers were said, sending hope for peace on earth to all their gods and goddesses. The food was great, the tree plugged in, the meal had gone without a hitch till Timmy turned to Amber and said, is it true that you're a witch? Mom jumped up and said, the pies are burning. And she hit the kitchen. It was Jane who spoke. She said, it's true, your cousin's not a Christian. But we love trees, we love the snow, the friends we have, the world we share. You find magic from your God, and we find magic everywhere. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith in common ground, the best that they were able. And where does magic come from? I think magic's in the learning, 'cause now when Christians sit with pagans, only pumpkin pies are burning. When Amber tried to do the dishes, her aunt said, really, no, don't bother. Amber's uncle saw how Amber looked like Tim and like her father. He thought about his brother, how they hadn't spoken in a year. He thought he'd call him up and say, it's Christmas and your daughter's here. He thought of fathers, sons, and brothers, saw his own son tug his sleeve, saying, can I be a pagan? Dad said, we'll discuss it when they leave. Come on. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Lighting trees in darkness, learning new ways from the old, and making sense of history, and drawing warmth out of the cold. One more time. So the Christians and the pagans sat together at the table, finding faith and common ground, the best that they were able. Thank you. Okay.
The following poem, Remember, is by the first Native American poet laureate, Joy Harjo. Remember. Remember the sky you were born under. Know each of the stars' stories. Remember the moon. Know who she is. Remember the sun's birth at dawn. That is the strongest point in time. Remember sundown and the giving away tonight. Remember your birth, how your mother struggled to give you form and breath. You are evidence of her life and her mother's and hers. Remember your father. He is your life also. Remember the earth whose skin you are. Red earth, black earth, yellow earth, white earth, brown earth. We are earth. Remember the plants, trees, animal life, who have their tribes, their families, their histories too. Talk to them. Listen to them. They are alive poems. Remember the wind. Remember her voice. She knows the origin of this universe. Remember, you are all people, and all people are you. Remember, you are this universe, and this universe is you. Remember, all is in motion, is growing, is you. Remember, language comes from this. Remember the dance that language is, that life is. Remember.
That was lovely, Reina. Well read. So now it comes the time for the fire ceremony. Knowing that you are among friends, walking this journey with you, we invite you to write something on the piece of paper that you have. Does anyone need a piece of paper? All right. Does anyone else? All right, just a second. One for you. And remember, you're going to write something down on this that you want to get rid of from the year past. I think you have a couple. Thank you. I need more. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. There you go. And could you pass this to the couple over there? And you're going to have to tear that paper in half and each write on half. Okay? Everyone set? There's more paper outside, but I don't have with it. Okay, good. All right, so you're on this paper, you're going to write something from the past year that you want to let go of. I'm going to start. So I'm going to grab my paper. And we have a fire going now on the left side here, and Klaus Obermeit is going to be our fire master. He has in case we have a conflagration, which he had something in the past. I think we want to turn the lights down quite a bit. Thank you, Klaus. And now everyone's going to come up, and we're going to just do it in an orderly fashion. You'll figure it out. But come up. We're going to do the paper, and then we're going to go next. We're going to invite you to pick up a rock, and we want you to take that rock, and we want you to imbue it with an intention on the road that you hope to travel into the new cycle of life, into 2026. So we're going to start. I have mine all done here. Whoops, a little bit more than that. Yeah, I think people need to be able to see a little bit. You keep the rock. You take the rock home. All right. And try not to burn yourself. We're trying to burn the bad stuff, not your fingers. All right, come on up. And Elaine is going to give us some music to ritual by. Marianne rocks. Marianne, this way.
Marianne, get me a rock. Marianne, get me a rock.
Just walk around to the back if you don't mind. Thank you. Excellent. Excellent. Good. Take a rock.
Shine, shine on, shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine, so shine, shine on. We are human spirits aligned to shine, so shine, shine on. Shine, shine on, shine, shine on.